An Australian man who set out to write his family's history has produced a novel that may win a literary award this week. It's a true story of high society, high art and war as a family escaped Nazi-occupied Vienna, and how some of the world's most valuable artworks ended up in a small flat in Sydney.
When Tim Bonyhady went through his late mother's papers, he found a rare and extensive account of her family's life in pre-Nazi Vienna.
There were diaries, there were concert books which recorded what they went to, there were letters, there were postcards, there were guest books.
Like many Jews, the Gallias converted to Catholicism to blend in. They mix with Vienna's wealthy and influential and immerse themselves in culture, theatre and music.
Mahler concerts, Mahler premieres, to Rachmaninoff playing Rach 3, to Isadora Duncan.
It's one of the most exciting moments, I think, in the history of the modern world.
The Gallia family commissioned portraits by artists like Gustav Klimt. Their furniture was designed by leading architect Joseph Hoffmann.
They were, like many others, the great patrons of this extraordinary group of modern artists.
But in the late 1930s, they were forced to join the Jewish exodus.
To leave a society which they'd always thought of as their own, however naively, was extraordinarily difficult, which was why many of them didn't leave in time.
The Gallia women ended up in Australia, amazingly, with almost all their possessions. It was in this street that the valuable collection of Viennese art was kept for decades. Unbeknownst to dealers and galleries all over the world, some of the finest examples of the period weren't in a safe or a bank vault. They were here in a small flat in Sydney's North Shore. Their collection is now on display at the National Gallery of Victoria.
The story of the Gallias is very much the story of Vienna art and design, but it's also one of the great Australian stories.
And the book about it has been nominated for a Queensland Literary Award, to be announced later this week. Marion Ives, World News Australia.